Has had to go to a funeral this evening, so I'll be stepping in as Mayor Pro Tem. One of my duties is to step in when the mayor is not here. So first I'll start. We just had our closed session, so staff received no direction and no reportable action was taken at our closed session. So I'd like to now open up our city council meeting. Hey, there's Louis. That's something Manuel's on. So there's Louis. Louis, Mayor of South Del Monte. Give him a round of applause. He's here today. Thank you, Mayor. So we'll start opening our council meeting. So we could first have our call to order. City Clerk, could you please do a roll call? Well, we're just following the order here. But okay, everybody please stand up. We're going to do the invocation. I'd like to ask Pastor Jackson if you could step forward and do the invocation for us.
Father, we come in the name of the Lord. We bless you. We thank you. We thank you for Baldwin Park. We thank you for all those that are working to make Baldwin Park a great city. Put your hands upon our police department as they are out to protect and to serve, Lord. Give our mayor and city council wisdom and knowledge and understanding in how to govern the city, the right things to do to enhance our city. Put your hand on our school district, Lord, and all of our children, helping them to get an education, keeping them from gangs and drugs, Lord. Touch our businesses. Our businesses need your divine help to increase and to grow and to multiply. And we just thank you now in the name of the Lord. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. And Cruz Baca will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, City Clerk, can I have roll call, please? City Treasurer?
Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches a todos. Council Member Cruz Baca.
Present.
Council Member Monica Garcia.
Here.
Council Member Susan Rubio Hernandez.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricardo Pacheco.
Present.
Mayor Manuel Lozano.
Please excuse the mayor. He's out on a funeral. Okay, and then again, on a report on closed session is staff received no direction and no reportable action has been taken. I'm sorry, staff received direction and there was no reportable action. Just to make an announcement that I need to make legally before we start our meetings. This is to announce, as required by Government Code Section 54954.3, members of the City Council are also members of the Board of Directors of the Housing Authority and Finance Authority, which are concurrently convening with the City Council this evening, and each council member is paid an additional stipend of $30 for attending the Housing Authority meeting and $50 for attending the Finance Authority meeting. Also, I'd like to ask, before we begin our proclamations, are there any council members that would like to close on behalf of any residents?
Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to close on behalf of Mr. Ernesto Salinas, and that is actually where the mayor is right now. He's attending the funeral. Mr. and Mrs. Salinas were king and queen in 1998 to 1999 and were very active at the Senior Center. The services and vigil for Mr. Salinas will be this evening. Okay. And they're longtime residents, and we just want to give our condolences to the family. So thank you.
Thank you.
And I'd also like to close on behalf of a longtime resident in Irwindale, Consuelo Guerrero, who passed away a few days ago. At the age of 94, she was very active with the seniors there and throughout between Irwindale and Baldwin Park. And our condolences to their family, to the Guerrero, Grijalva, Barbosa, to all of the families and all of the removed families like myself in the city of Irwindale and Baldwin Park. Our condolences.
Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem, If I may, I also want to take this opportunity to thank our staff, Parks and Recs. We had a beautiful presentation on November 11th. So anyways, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It was really amazing to see the paratroopers fly over and drop right there at Morgan Park. And it takes a lot of work, so I want to acknowledge and commend you for the great work. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Mayor Pro Tem. One more thing is some of us attended the Pride Platoon graduation this past Saturday. Wonderful, beautiful event. Thank you very much to our police officers who put that together and spend so much of their time on Saturdays to help some of our youth here in Baldwin Park. Thank you, Pastor Jackson, for being there. But it was a wonderful and beautiful event. If any of you have a chance to do that next year, please attend the graduation. It's very, very nice.
I do have one more announcement that I'd like to. I'd like to thank those who contributed to the purse drive in October. As you know, I announced that I had joined a regional effort, and in fact, we worked with the city of South El Monte and Monrovia, El Monte, other cities to collect purses for victims of domestic violence. And the thought behind that is that when there is a victim of domestic violence and they're right in the middle of the incident, the first thing that they think about is the safety of their children and themselves. And so they flee the scene with very little. And so we thought, it'd be nice to round up some purses and some toiletries. And so here in the city of Baldwin Park, we collected about 25 purses and some toiletries, but the regional effort showed more than 300 purses. So just a gesture of our support and our collaboration in working with other cities. So definitely wanted to thank those who contributed, and also Rec and Parks for delivering the items to the House of Ruth. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other council members? Any other? Okay. I'd just also like to announce that we're having our Christmas presentation on December 3rd here at the Morgan Park. So everybody's invited. The senior citizens normally have their choir, and they'll be singing there, and also the two school districts will have their choirs there. So you're all invited to join us for Christmas at the park. That's on December 3rd. And also Supervisor Hilda Solis will be having
Mayor
her.
Pro Tem,
I'm sorry.
It's December 4th. The tree
The
lighting.
tree lighting? I'm sorry, is that, okay, December 4th. Sorry, correct that. And also Supervisor-elect Hilda Solis will be having her swearing-in ceremony on December 1st at the county building in downtown. So hopefully you could all attend that. And so will Assemblymember Roger Hernandez, Assemblymember Ed Hernandez will be having their swearing-in ceremonies in Sacramento. So hopefully we could, it'll be watched on television if you cannot attend there. So with that, I'd like to start our proclamations and presentations. We're first going to start our presentation to Richard and Josephine Rivera in recognition of being selected as Senior Center King and Queen for 2014. And that was at our senior event, which was just a wonderful event, well attended. We had probably more than about 200 or 300 seniors there, 200 seniors. Very good program. It was very wonderful with the Rio de Janeiro being the theme. And we had a lot of fun dancing, and it lasted quite a while, so it was good to be there. So what I'll ask is if the city council could join me at the podium in the front, and we'll ask our new senior center king and senior center king and queen if they could please step forward. Thank you. Okay, if I could have our council around our king and queen here on their right and left. Here, yeah. Hold me a spot. Okay, let me just read on their bio. We have, this is for our 21st annual senior prom, King and Queen Josephine and Richard Rivera, mother and son pair. Joseph and Richard Rivera, Mrs. Josephine Rivera has been volunteering at the Senior Center for over 20 years and plays an integral role at the Senior Center. Originally from New York, Ms. Rivera has been a Baldwin Park resident since 1967. During her time at the Senior Center, Ms. Rivera has been selected as Senior of the Year, served as the board member of the Senior Club, and remains highly involved with many Senior Center events such as planning, coordinating, and running the monthly birthday celebrations. Ms. Rivera also serves as a tour guide for the new Senior Center members and gives information to potential new members. Let's give her a round of applause. Mr. Richard Rivera is the son of Ms. Josie Rivera, and a proud Army veteran, and served our country for 28 years. Mr. Rivera has been an active volunteer at the Senior Center for the last 15 years and is always ready to help out with our Senior Center events and programs. Mr. Rivera regularly volunteers with set-up breakdowns of Senior Center dances, Pride of the Valley 5K run, and any other events for the community. A friendly, reliable volunteer, Mr. Rivera is always willing to help with any of our seniors. So give them both a round of applause. And excuse us. So let me present the plaque. So Susan, can you please present the plaque?
I was asking about.
I don't think so. Wait.
So our next, we're going to do a presentation for the group.
Mojica Judo.
Group. So keep a moment here. Where's the...
Hiding from you.
He also was trained in the Olympic team
Oh.
in 92. Sorry, I forgot that. And in May, he's also taking some of his for another company. Wonderful program. And myself, opening ceremony a couple Sundays ago. Overwhelming. I was there last year. Doubled. Kids that are part of this. Wonderful because he not only teaches the self-defense, which every also consists of focusing, teamwork, you should come up here. Martina, because they have a lot of their own efforts along with their staff. And of course, thank you very much to the
Always help he has done. Always help you come to had an opportunity to all over the world. All over the world from South Africa, Russia, Panama. Out there and travel.
He wants to take a picture with you guys.
Come on up and we'll get you, we're gonna say cheers.
He should be right here. Okay, on this side.
My name is Ricky Marin. I'm 15 years old. I train at Mojica Judo Club. I've been training there since I was 7. Like Sensei Tony said, we're able to train there because you guys allow us to train there. I've been able to go all over the nation, see everything. I got to go to 2 Pan Americans, Mexico City and Panama. I would have never been able to do that, ever. So thank you guys.
Victoria Corona.
Hi, my name is Victoria Corona, and I've been doing judo for almost 3 years now. And judo has benefited me by helping me have confidence in myself and around others. And not only judo teaches me self-defense, but it also gives me the opportunity to travel around the world, such as Hawaii and Arizona. So I never dreamed of going to those places. So I just want to say thank you to the Council of Baldwin Park for letting us have those opportunities.
Okay. What's your name?
Guillermo Padilla.
Guillermo Padilla?
Hello, my name is Guillermo Padilla. I'm 17 years old and I have been doing judo for 4 years. In life, I have many goals. 2 of my main goals are to travel around the world and to encourage people. I want to show people that we can do so much more. Nothing is impossible. We do not have limits in life. The only limits we have are those that are self-imposed. I want to thank the city of Baldwin Park for letting us use the facility. Because of that, you are helping me accomplish my goals. I never would have thought to travel around California, doing the thing I love like the most, much less travel to Hawaii and other states. I have been able to meet amazing people, competitors, and even Olympians over the past years. I have gained confidence, one of the qualities I have lacked. Before, I would put up a facade that mask my insecurities. Not because of the generous opportunities given to me by the city of Baldwin Park and through my incredible judo team that I can call family. Where was I? Okay, I found it. That confidence is no longer a facade, but a reality. I am sincerely grateful for the experiences and opportunities that have been given to me. I will try to my best ability to pay it forward and help others accomplish their goals. Thank you very much, City of Baldwin Park.
Okay, Stephanie, share a few words.
Okay, mine is pretty long. Okay.
We're ready.
So-
You have a lot of time.
Okay. Hello, my name is Stephanie Ma. I'm a sophomore at Baldwin Park High School. I would like to thank the city for allowing us to be here today and recognizing all the people who fought hard in the last tournament we just recently had. I would also like to thank you for allowing me to travel to so many places to compete. And I started doing judo when I was about 7 years old, and I would never imagine how many things I could accomplish, not only in the sport, but in my life. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, I got to travel to Panama, and I received second place. I've had the privilege to travel to Texas, Florida, Hawaii, San Diego, San Francisco, and San Jose, and I look forward to traveling to a lot of other new and exciting places with your support. When I'm older, I will never forget the things I have accomplished, and I will never forget where I'm from and who helped me get to where I am today. Judo has taught me to have respect for everyone, not only your opponents, but your parents, family, and friends. I remember when I was younger, Sensei Tony seeing that the parents would usually be the ones carrying children's bags or waters. After class, when everyone was lining up, he said, "I don't want to see your parents carrying your stuff anymore. They do a lot for you guys. They're putting a lot of time to bring you guys here after work or after a long day, and they're probably exhausted and rather be home asleep. But they love you and they want to see you succeed. So the least you can do is pick up your own bags and open the door for them to show your respect and appreciation. So that better be the last time I see a parent struggling to open the door carrying your bags." I remember that day. I remember that day like it was yesterday because that opened my eyes to realize how much my parents and others do for me and how little I do to show how much I appreciate them. But that little speech changed my whole life because I started being a lot more respectful to everyone, saying thank you a lot more, and I realized that I became a better person after that. My goal in life is like any other average teenager's goal is, to go to college and be successful. But not every average teenager has a big family like mine to keep pushing me to my limits until I reach my goal. Okay, I have my mom's side of the family, my dad's side of the family, and my Mojica family. Okay, hold on. That just keeps growing. Okay, that just keeps growing with an infinite amount of love and support. Not every average teenager has the opportunity to travel to places I have traveled and experience the life-changing moments that I was fortunate enough to experience. This would not have been possible without your support. Thank you.
This is Maya Franco. Maya
Okay.
Franco.
Hello, my name is Maya Franco. I am 13 years old, and I attend Sunrise Christian School. My overall goal in life is to make the world a better place. Judo has taught me that in order to succeed in life, you have to be dedicated in anything you do. In judo, I'm constantly being pushed, physically and mentally, whether it's at practice or in a tournament. One of the things I like most about judo is how we're not just a team, but a family. I realize not all judo clubs are like this, and I'm thankful for Sensei Tony and Martina Mojica for making this club an extended family to me. One of the most important things judo has done for me is becoming a better and more independent person. I've been doing judo for a little over 3 years, and I can honestly say it is one of the best things that has ever happened to me. No words can describe how grateful I am to be able to train at this dojo. The city of Baldwin Park has been so generous as to letting Mojica Judo use this facility. Without any of your help, none of this could have ever happened. Therefore, I want to say thank you to the city of Baldwin Park for everything they do.
Hi, my name is Zion Reyes. I'm a judoka from Mojica Judo Club, and I would like to thank the City of Baldwin Park for the use of facility to practice the challenging sport of judo. I believe that because of the challenging nature of judo, it has made me a better student and a person. And I also want to thank Sensei Tony for pushing me to my limits and training me real hard. Thank you.
Everybody? Okay, so as you can see, this is a very promising program. It's a very strong program for our kids to grow up in and for the parents to work with their kids. So all those that are in judo, can you just stand up? I know a lot of you are in the audience. We'll do that. Okay, just want to stand up and give them a round of applause. And we're going to... No, go to phone. Councilwoman Rubio is going to read your name. You guys could sit down. As Councilwoman Rubio reads your names and our Councilwoman here, we'll go through. Yeah.
Martina Mojica.
How come they don't get one? Oh, sorry.
Now I'm going to hand it over to Councilwoman Cruz. Not today, but we're going to line you up on this side to make it.
Mark. Thank you.
Is that everybody?
No?
Okay. Like to come over?
No. No. We have two. We're too short.
Come over here. Get ready for a picture. And also for the Bonita Chico team, we're going to put something up to recognize all of them.
And her too.
All of you are going to be on the marquee at the ballpark. Each of your names will go up there. We're going to put you on the billboard on one of the freeways. We're also going to put you in your house. Okay, so recognize as well.
Now we have all the parents' cameras.
Oh yeah, did you see how he did this? Thought he was gonna break it. I don't know. Probably earned his stipend and took off. Looked like he left.
Is there an Armando Mojica? I give it to you, sis.
Proclamations, Mayor Pro Tem.
Okay.
So you got them all done.
You want more done? Okay, so what's next?
Next is
Public comment?
communications.
Okay, Oh my God. Your cousins to everybody.
That's so inspiring, those kids.
Okay. Everybody back?
Oh, there he is. He's out there. That's like, yeah, there he is. Two. I thought two left.
Okay, as we're getting started here, I'd just like to recognize, we have Laura Santos here from our Mount Sac School Board. Round of applause. We have our distinguished Al Contreras from the Upper San Gabriel.
Wrong one, but
We have Mr. Mike Tui, you can't miss him, from the Upper San Gabriel, or Upper Water District. We have Mayor Louis Aguinaga. Round of applause. And anybody else I miss? Okay. I think we're good
Have,
here. Margarita Vargas,
we
is
have
she here?
we have. Oh, that's right.
Margarita Vargas, Valley County Water District.
And we also have Paul Hernandez
Ken
with
Woods,
the
our
Valley County.
commissioner.
Paul Hernandez.
We have Paul Hernandez with the Valley County Water
Where's Paul
District.
Hernandez?
He's right over
All
there.
right. Here, give a round of applause.
Got the USC sweatshirt.
All right, he's got that USC sweatshirt, okay? We're from UCLA. Okay. Are you going to that game? You going to the game? I'll see you there. I'll be on the other side, though. Okay, how many going to the USC-UCLA game this weekend? All right. We'll be there together. Okay. Okay, I'm going to call our meeting to order. Everybody could please have a seat. And we'll begin again. We're going to do public communications, 3 minutes speaking time, 3 minutos será el límite para hablar. So, continue.
3 minutes.
Hello, Mayor and City Council. I just wanted to thank you for actually giving me the pleasure to serve as your representative for the Water Quality Authority. Just wanted to give you a really quick update. I know you guys probably already heard the water bond passed. So we pretty much, you can most likely say that we have a little bit of, can't say it was an earmark, but we have close to about $80 million set aside for the San Gabriel Valley for water cleanup here in Baldwin Park, South El Monte, and the rest of the San Gabriel Valley. So thanks to Assembly Member Roger Hernandez and Assembly Member Ed Chow and actually, well, everybody. I mean, I think it was unanimous. Everybody helped make sure we had the language in there that we needed here for the San Gabriel Valley, and we were able to get that water bond passed. And with the help of all the cities and everybody in California, we will be doing, applying for the new grants, and hopefully, starting next year, we'll have an extra $80 million, hopefully, to start working on some more cleanup process here in the San Gabriel Valley. But again, thanks again, giving me the honor to represent you guys in the San Gabriel Valley for the Water Quality Authority. And also, want to put a plug in for the Bike Master Plan, also here to support that. And actually, I have my colleague from South El Monte, he was going to ask for your indulgence in a letter that we're requesting for the South El Monte. So, Mr. Hernandez.
Louis, could you just wait a minute? I'd just like to thank you. I know you've been very innovative at the Water Quality Authority, and you're really given us a lot of information for city council members to make sure. So I want to thank you for being vocal at the water district meetings. I've been there, and you've done a great job in representing the cities and from our end and making sure that our voices are heard on there. So I want to thank you for that. Especially, I know we're in a drought situation, and you've been promoting that. A lot of the drought issues, so I'm glad to see that you're on there, and we'll see what keep you going and working on those areas. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and also remember, whenever you guys want to do a tour of the cleanup areas or or to go see some of the cleanup plants that we've actually helped build, let me know, and we can set up a tour. And the assembly, a lot of the assembly members and senators are always waiting for us to put one together. So let me know when you want to do it. I'll put it together, and we'll invite some people, and we can have a nice little tour of the facilities, and you guys can see, especially the new cleanup plants that we've been.
Mary Lou, can you give us a little background on the Water Quality Authority for the residents? I know it's a agency that was put together to clean up the groundwater in the area,
Yes.
but just tell us a little bit about that work that has been continuing.
Yes, we actually it's been in effect for the last 20 years, and we've the San Gabriel Valley Water Quality Authority is actually was mandated by the state to help clean up the groundwater here in the San Gabriel Valley because we are we are a contaminated area here because of the World War II era. The people were dumping diesel and airplane fuel in the ground, and testing, and so that's what contaminated our groundwater. So we had to go out to the federal government and to the state, asking for their help to make sure that the taxpayers weren't going to be paying extra fees for their water bill because we had to clean it up. So that's what we're drawing down. We still have another $58 million in the federal government that we're still drawing down yearly. This past year, because of what's happening up there, things are in a standstill, but hopefully next year we'll be able to draw down some of that money. We've drawn down over $75 million already from Washington, and also we got a $10 million grant at the beginning of the year from the state, thanks to our state senators and assembly members up there. And but that's what this agency was compiled for, to help the water agencies here in the San Gabriel Valley clean up the groundwater and get the funding to actually make sure that the taxpayers and the residents and businesses didn't have to incur that cost.
Earl, thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that update.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, members of the City Council. My name is Omar Hernandez. I'm here on behalf of the City of South El Monte and the SR 60 Coalition requesting a letter of support for a parcel of land that has an easement through the Army Corps of Engineers. We've been at this since 2009. We've been trying to go and remove an easement in a parcel of land. It's about 28 acres just south of the 60 freeway on Santa Anita Avenue. We've met with them on several occasions, I'd say at least 10 times. They gave us parameters that we needed to meet. We've not only met those parameters, but we've exceeded those. Every request that they've had. At this point, we are going to go through what's called the WRDA bill is in effect right now in the federal government. So we want to go and we want to have legislation to actually remove that easement, and we're asking for support for that process. So I can provide you a letter, or your CEO. I can provide a letter and more information in regards to the parcel of land. So if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. But once again, I really appreciate your support.
Thank you. Next person for public communication.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem Pacheco, council members, elected officials, city staff. My name is Rafael Gonzalez. I'm the library manager of the newly refurbished Baldwin Park Library. And I'm here to personally thank the mayor, who is not here, but I want to thank Councilwoman Cruz Baca and Susan Rubio, who both attended our library's open house. And I may add, a very successful open house this last Saturday. November the 15th, there were a lot of families that turned out. They had a great time, as our councilwomen can attest to that. We had the county officials there, our administrators were both there. Families that were there had a really great time, I have to tell you again, a great turnout. We had a balloon artist. I mean, the gentleman was, he I don't know if he wants to come back to the library again. We tired him out. We had a prize wheel, so every child that spun the prize wheel got a free book. We had button makers. We had refreshments, courtesy of the Friends of the Baldwin Park Library and Valley County Water District, so thank them both. So your presence was very, very much appreciated, and it made our open house the success that it was. So thank you, and for those of you that have not visited the Baldwin Park Library, I invite you to visit, and you'll be very pleasantly surprised to see the major changes that have been made. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Any other speakers? Okay.
Thomas Carey, former resident of Baldwin Park.
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah, last time I was here, I'd broken axle on the car. I'm glad it was only an axle, not a transmission. Had it fixed at engine dynamics. Still doing my work over here that way. I stay with the places I know, even though I live out in San Bernardino. I don't know any places out there. Well, I do, but I don't trust them. So, I lost my train of thought. Let me think a minute. I'm distracted. My brother was in the hospital for 3 weeks up at Citrus Valley. So he's not doing too well. He's 67, and he lives in West Covina. So I'm distracted, by that. So I don't know. He's not feeling very well. So hopefully he'll be on the mend. I know it's not city business, but maybe Pastor Jackson. He's not here now, but I just lost my thought. I really don't know what to say about anything. But at least, I know, I wanted to, I don't know how to thank the people that helped me push that car as far as they did. One man was over by Puini and Badillo, helped me push it this way. And then a couple from they were on their way to St. John's in a van. They came back around to help me get it over the railroad tracks. I just didn't have enough ump. You don't know how heavy a car is until you go to push it. And that Matrix was heavy. So I'd like to thank them. I don't know how I could. I don't know their names. I was all flustered by the thing breaking. And that was the same day I'd found out about my brother. So it was a bad day for me that way. But everything worked out okay that way with the car anyway. And Neil here, the auto repair, allowed me to stay at his house. He offered me his front room to stay overnight. So that was very, very nice of him to do that, as well as the people that helped me push this car to get it off the desolate area of Badillo. It's awful dark over there. So bad things happen to cars in the dark. So that's all. I'm just not with it tonight. So, okay.
Okay, thank you, Thomas, and we'll pray for your brother. Hopefully he
Okay,
recovers.
thank you.
Good evening, Ken Woods, resident. It's been a long, hard fight. There's a big group of us that have been fighting for about 8 years to get rid of this ordinance 1290, and it looks like it's going to happen. And I thank you in advance for voting to get rid of this ordinance. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello, City Council, and all you people that are here, and all the people that are outside. Congratulations. I got to say some good things tonight, because I'm going to be on the good side. I thank you, City Council, for doing everything you can for the city of Baldwin Park. But let's do a lot more, okay? Us residents don't mind paying a little bit, which is almost nothing. You need more money. Revenue is what we need. I understand we want to have a disagreement with some people, but we need to get revenue. I know I speak about that just about every time I stand up here, but that keeps the cities from going bankrupt. It pays your pay, your retirement, your medical, and everybody else that works for the city of Baldwin Park. And it keeps us residents a little happy because we don't have to pay too much. Every once in a while, Uncle Sam, which is our Sacramento, doesn't listen to us cities. They say, well, we're going to do whatever we want, we're going to do it. Well, your representatives to Sacramento have to tell them people up there, you don't run the state. The 900 million people, or how many people live in California, run the state. A good example, if we don't like somebody, we vote them out. If we like somebody, we vote them in. So you people need to tell these people in Sacramento, like the people for Caltrans, if you don't like the way we tell you to clean up your mess, then tell them. Maybe we ought to get together and have you people voted out or demoted or do whatever. There's certain things that Caltrans has a walkover. There's more graffiti on there than you got in a writing book. You know, I mean, I've been telling these people and they don't listen. I don't know why they don't listen. Maybe because they don't care. But I'll guarantee you one thing. If it was in their backyard, they'd make sure it got cleaned every time. Why do I have to keep calling Roger Hernandez's office, calling Mr. Walls, Mr. Pacheco, anybody that I can get a hold of to get stuff done? It's ridiculous. They have funds for this cleanup, and they act like they have to put in another request for this fund. Every time we give these people big money to build bridges, roads, or whatever it is, there's a cleanup fund in there. And why they don't use it is beyond my recognition. I think I know why, but I won't say it. But it has to stop. Those people work for us. All of you, all of us residents in every city in California, they work for us. So they have to get that message to them. When you listen to the way they talk, they seem like, we'll tell you guys what we want, and then you just have to pay.
Mr. Luna.
Doesn't work that way. Thank you. There's my 3 minutes again.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Luna.
Hello, my name is Jose Armendariz. I'm one of the homeowners that got one of these letters. I want to know if it is time to talk about it right now or wait until it comes up on subject 9. And then I think there's other homeowners.
Which project are you talking about? The olive pit?
Yeah, the letter that's going to change the zonings for the housing.
Okay, it'll go under public hearing. We'll call you. Amy, if you could remind me we'll call you up at the public hearing.
Well, that'll be when item 9 comes up, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say you do have 3 minutes if you want to say something now, or you want to hold it till.
Well, yeah, I just want to make sure that, how many of the people got the letter?
Okay, if you could talk about it under the, at the right time, under item 9, public hearing.
Oh, yeah, that's why, because
Yeah.
I saw on the
Yeah, okay, so we'll call you up when we get to that
consent
item.
letter, you guys might, delete it, and I wanted to make sure that you guys don't talk about it, that it gets talked about.
It's a public hearing. Okay, it's under public hearing, so item 9, as you say, and we'll call you up at that point. We'll let you know. Thank you. Okay, are there any other members of the audience?
Craig Tuttle, business owner. It's been about 8 years of hard fighting. And Amy Harbin, God bless her, she had some nerve-wracking days trying to get everything done and make everybody happy. But she did it, and it's been a long, hard fight since the Bisno days. And I'm glad to see that it's come to an end, and we're starting to make the city turn the other way. It took a new leadership to bring this together. The old leadership would have never done it. They promised but never did it. So I'm glad it came about, and I hope that it continues and we start to prosper in here. The other thing I want to do is commend Shannon and Susan Rubio and Cruz Baca and Mark Castanola and A.B. Harbin. We had a Vineland meeting, and everybody in the city kept their cool. And I don't know how they did, because I didn't have very much patience with it. But I won't state anything with that right now unless it comes up. But all I'm going to say is I recommend your staff. They did a very good job, and they controlled it, and they got everybody to, understand that this is going to be a long fight. But the thing is that they kept their cool, and they had a meeting, and they gave them the information that they needed. So I think that was a very good part on the staff. Well, I think that's all I got for tonight on that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Tuttle. Okay, anybody else on public communications? Oh, okay, there we go.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor Pro Tem.
If I may, with your permission, I'd like to invite the cycling crew that came with me tonight, simply in the interest of time.
Sure, bring them on up.
All right. Some of them here for the first time ever to speak before the council, so pretty exciting. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the City of Baldwin Park for participating with this regional-wide effort with the San Gabriel Valley Bicycle Master Plan. It's been a monumental effort to get this done within a short period of time, where we work with a total of 5 cities, one of which, the City of San Gabriel, which has already approved the plan, and something that we're very much looking forward to here in the City of Baldwin Park. And even more so, as an organization, we look forward to continuing to partner with the city through implementation and to hopefully work with our countywide and our statewide coalitions to bring the money home here to the San Gabriel Valley and hopefully have a pretty comprehensive and robust bicycle network in the San Gabriel Valley. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
My name is Laura Santos. I'm a member of Bike SGV, and then, of course, I represent Baldwin Park on the Mount Sac Board of Trustees. You know, our communities have an obesity and a diabetes crisis. We have a lot of community members that depend on bicycles to get to work. And so I want to really thank the council for considering and ask you to please approve the master bike plan. And let's get the bikeways on the waterways built and become a part of the Emerald Necklace. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Edgar Villa, and I go to Sierra Vista High School, and I support the San Gabriel Valley Bicycle Master Plan because it's making cycling safer for everyone involved, and it's really important that everyone does get involved because it's a way for everyone to stay fit, and it's also a lot of people's only method of transportation. So that's why I support the master plan.
Good evening. I'm Anita Diaz. I'm a housing commissioner, City of Baldwin Park. I'd like to please encourage, for the panel to please support the Bike SGV movement to encourage recreation and also exercise, and sort of promote to unite families, to come together, and to enjoy the outdoors, and also with safety in mind, also out in the public streets. So I ask if you please support us. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and council members and city staff. My name is AJ Mata with the California Center for Public Health Advocacy and the Healthy Eating Active Living Cities campaign. And, and I live at 4338 Center Street. I've been a resident for my whole life. And I'm just very happy today to speak in strong support of tonight's resolution adopting the Bike SGV Master Plan. This city council and this city staff and this community has done a lot to promote more healthy, active living in this community, and I think this resolution tonight is just perfectly in line with that. I commute to work every day on my bike. Well, I try to every day, mostly every day, and we've made a lot of progress in terms of bikeable streets, but we all know we can do a lot more. So I look forward to supporting the city on implementing this bike plan, and thank you very much for your time.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and I support the plan for the bike. I recently had my automobile break down on me, so my only method of transportation at this time is my feet or a bike. When I'm going long distances, it really, really helps having the mode of transportation being my bicycle. So it's very important that you guys consider and hopefully approve the plan so that all of those that it does affect, all of us that it does affect, have an easier way of getting transportation, as well as what was previously mentioned in terms of health and exercise.
Hi, good evening. My name is Andrea Martinez. I've lived in Baldwin Park my whole life. I went to school in a very university in a very bike-friendly city, and now living back in Baldwin Park, it's not bike-friendly. Like she said, a lot of people use bike as transportation, and it's very scary riding your bike here. And implementing this plan will not only help the people that don't have cars or walk to work, it benefits everybody as a whole. You know, our environment, not using as much, not polluting the environment, making people healthier, more active. It's good for everybody. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for your time. My name is Maria Sippin, and I represent Multicultural Communities for Mobility. I'm also a Sierra Vista High School alumni, and I'm representing for everyone who lives on Hornbrook Avenue here in Baldwin Park. I want to thank all the people who made this possible to create this space right now so that we can move forward with this plan. The bike network is going to be vital to bringing so much health and wealth to Baldwin Park, and I truly believe that it is what is going to connect all the cities here and improve the quality of life for people who live in Baldwin Park and San Gabriel Valley. Thank you.
All right, so with that, I say thank you. And I'm not sure if it's ironic, symbolic, maybe just serendipitous, but I see the seal directly behind you, which reads the hub of the San Gabriel Valley. I don't know if it means a bicycle hub, but maybe moving forward it can be. Thank you.
There's a wagon wheel. There we go. All right, thank you all. Round of applause. Thank you for... So I just want to ask, how many of you rode your bike to this meeting? All right. Even Laura, too. Greg? My goodness. Okay. Greg rode all the way from Pomona. Oh, don't even say that. Okay. Any other public communication comments? Oh, wait, one more. Okay.
You thought you will get away.
Mr. Rios. How are you?
I've been coming to...
I'm sorry, you have a UCLA shirt?
Pardon me?
You have a UCLA.
Hey.
There's a USC guy back there. Okay.
Go south where you belong.
All right, go ahead. Give me an extra minute. I interrupted.
Special meetings like Amy's the other night and the meetings upstairs. One of the things that I notice is some of the city council members, they don't show up. They show up a little late.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's supposed to be at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever, you guys should be there in time. You guys are elected officials. You should be responsible for that. Okay? That's something that you guys, being elected, should take pride on it. Okay? I felt sorry the other night with Amy. She couldn't even present her program with those people. You know, it was heated. It was very heated. You know, Shannon did a good job and everything, tried to cool everybody down, and Mark too, but I felt sorry for Susan and Cruz. They didn't understand what they were trying to tell them, that you already had passed for a majority of the vote, that you guys didn't want it. Now it's a different animal now. So, you guys have a good holiday, okay? Don't eat too much, Pacheco.
I'll try. All right, thank you very much. First, I'd just like to, or anybody else would like to comment? We all good there? Okay. All right. Then I'd like to close public communications. Let me just say I want to thank all of you for coming out for the master bike plan. I appreciate that you're all here. I want you to know that we're here to hear the concerns of the community. I know this is something that has been in work for several years, I think, at this point. And Councilwoman Cruz, weren't you on the committee for that? So she did some work there, and I think also, were you on the committee, Monica?
Marlene was
Marlene was on there. So I know it was a lot of work and a lot of getting together and making this happen. So hopefully this all comes through, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a very positive outcome for our community. Also, our business owners, I know we've been working very hard to make changes here, and 1290 was an ordinance that was not business friendly, and we changed that. Hopefully that we're trying to work with our businesses and trying to make a different outlook for our businesses and trying to work better. So hopefully we could coalesce more, and the business owners can all get together. I know there's a new business association working. So we want to hear from all of you and try to implement your ideas and try to implement it into city policy so we could make the positive change. I know everybody wants Baldwin Park to flourish and to grow, and this city council wants to hear your comments, work with you in different committees to make all that happen. Also, I know that Councilwoman Rubio and Councilman Baca met, and they have a committee where they're making a civic center here in our city, and so they're coming up with different ideas on how that's going to come about. So they'll be reporting on that maybe at our next meeting. But there's some very new changes in the city. This is going to be a very positive change in our community, really going to make our city hall stand out and really make a center point for our city. On our 2+2 committee, which is a committee that we have with different agencies, which includes the Baldwin Park School District, the Valley County Water District, the city, and now the Mount SAC Board. And we meet together once a month to talk about issues that are mutual interest that we could work together on. And we're currently working with the Mount SAC School Board through Laura Santos and her other board members to see if we could put a college satellite here in Baldwin Park, because the nearest colleges are sort of surround us: Rio Hondo, Pasadena, City College, Citrus, and Mount SAC. So they're kind of a ways from us, and we need to see if we could bring more college education here and vocational education here centered to Baldwin Park. We have the highest unemployment rate in the cities around us and in the San Gabriel Valley and throughout the state. So it's important that we work on these issues. So we'll be reporting on that on the next meeting or so. So with that, any other council members have any comments?
Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to
Yes,
make some
Councilwoman,
comments. I just really want to applaud all of you that got up to talk about the bicycle master plan, and it really was such a pleasure for me to see all of you and your passion for the policy, but also your practice of riding your bikes in our community. And it really is you guys are the ones that are going to change the way that we view cycling in our community. And so I really, really want to applaud you. I was sitting back here listening to every one of you speak. You all did a great job, by the way. But I couldn't help but remember when I was a planning commissioner. And I think I was sitting here, actually, years ago, either in 2001 or 2006. And we were talking about, how can we encourage more bicycles, more bicycle use? And we recognize that people in our community use their bicycles to get to work, to catch the bus. And it's so, it's wonderful to see that this group and a larger coalition is working to really make that a reality in our community. So I definitely want to say thank you for your efforts. And I recognize that, you guys are the future. I saw a lot of young folks in that crowd. And, that hub, if you see it as a bicycle hub, great, because you guys are the future, and maybe that is the future. So I definitely want to applaud you. Now, it's an interesting evening because, that seeing one initiative really advance and move forward, and you have all my support on that master plan. And then see another initiative, the 1290, that I approved when I was a planning commissioner. And the real goal there was to encourage businesses like the kind that we see in college towns, like you mentioned, like the coffee beans and the coffee shops, the commercial, the little boutiques, a thriving downtown area. And to discourage auto uses, some of these mechanic stores and so on and so forth. And so it's disheartening to see that one initiative is moving forward full steam ahead and have great support in our community, and then to see another initiative kind of revert back to the old ways. But that's okay, because it's a new day, and that's what we're here to do as a city council, is to listen to the constituents. And we've heard some of our constituents, and we'll be responsive. But I just wanted to share that. It was kind of a moment, you know, kind of a full circle moment. So I just wanted to share it. Thank you again for all your efforts.
Okay, thank you. Any other council members?
Mayor Pro Tem, I just want to, of course, thank the bicycle group that came out. I would love to see more bicycles, especially with the outrageous prices in gas, and that's a great way for transportation. I'm going back many years, but when I went to Baldwin Park High School, there were probably about 40 to 50 cars in the parking lot that students actually drove, maybe not even that many. But the bike racks, it was full of 100 or 200 bicycles. So, you know, I think that that's a great way to be able to get from point A to point B. Of course, we have to make it safe, and you're absolutely right. And I'm looking forward to seeing that so that a lot of us can get out there and feel safe going from point A to point B within our city, and maybe even a little further. It's a great way to exercise. It's a great way to get out, but it's also a great mode of transportation to save on the gasoline. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments, council members? Okay. Susan? Okay. Okay, so let's, we're going to move on to close our public communications, and we're moving on to consent calendar. So motion to approve items 1 through 7. Any council members wishing to pull something?
Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to pull 5 only so that because of some of the concerns of some of the people that have spoken today as well as in the past, so that I don't mean to put Mr. Wall on the spot, but I know that he can probably explain on number 5 for approve.
Did you want to discuss that now or hold it over? It's up to you.
Do you want to finish your motion first?
Sorry? Hold on, we're just kind of...
I'd like to pull item 5.
Okay.
Need a motion?
You know, hold on, let me... Okay, consent items are 1 through 8. I said 1 through 7. One was in the back page. I didn't see that. So you want to hold over item 5 for another meeting, or
No. I just
for
want
discussion?
just for discussion.
Okay, so we're pulling item number 5. I want to pull item number 4. And Councilman, do you want to pull an item? You're good, Monica. You good? Okay. So we're going to pull item 4 and 5. So I'm making a motion to approve items 1, 2, 3. 6, 7, and 8.
I'll second it.
Okay, and 9. Is there a 9 back there?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, 9.
9 has public
Okay, so I'm just pulling item 4 for another time to bring it back. But okay, so that was a second. Any objections? Okay, hearing none.
Mayor, just for clarification,
No, 4 is not for discussion. 4 will be pulled to a later date.
4 will
5
be
is for
pulled back to a
discussion
later
today.
date.
Thank you.
5 for discussion. Hold on a second.
Okay.
okay, go ahead. Marie.
Okay, City Clerk, we pulled those items, and they were, there was a first and a second, and there were no objections, so I don't think we need a roll call. Okay,
This is going
let's just move on because, well, we don't need, well, you don't really need a roll call because we've already agreed that it's going to pass unanimously. Okay, if there's an objection, then we can have a roll call. Oh, okay, or we'll have that discussion offline here. Okay, item 4 was pulled over for the next meeting. Item 5, okay, let's have a discussion on item 5.
Item 5, it's only for clarification. Like I said, I don't mean to put you on the spot, Mr. Wall, but so that you can explain, because it has been an issue not only today but in the past. so that you can explain it.
Sure. So what this item does is it enters into an agreement with Los Angeles County. Los Angeles County conducts biannual bridge inspections of the bridges throughout Baldwin Park that are owned by the city. These bridges have some deferred maintenance work that needs to be done on them. The county, on our behalf, applied for a federal grant, which this council authorized the county to do on our behalf. Funds were received, and now they're ready to begin the work. They need the council to enter into an agreement authorizing them to do the work on our behalf. And the county received $673,000 in funding from the federal government. They're asking the city to pledge to pay up to an additional $96,000 in order to do all the deferred maintenance on these city-owned bridges.
Okay, thank you. I go ahead and motion to approve number 5.
Okay,
If I can make a comment on that really quickly, and I know this probably is a separate conversation, but we've discussed it before, that anytime they do improvements on the freeway, we really want to consider also including the aesthetics of any improvement made to the freeway, including plants and that kind of aesthetic. So if we can keep that in mind, I would really appreciate it.
Council member, these are not freeway bridges. These are actually street bridges that go over flood control channels within the city. So these are city streets that have city-owned bridges. And so this is through the county. This is not with Caltrans, and it does not involve freeways.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, there was a motion to approve item 5. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. Are there any objections? Okay. Hearing none, item 5 passes. Okay. Okay, item 9, Amy will, item 9 is a request for consideration of a proposed amendment to the city's municipal code eliminating subchapter 153.115 from the city's municipal code, which sets forth use regulations contained in table 153.115.003 and applies to properties that have underlying zoning designations. IC industrial commercial, C1 neighborhood commercial, and C2 general commercial. Location, all properties within the boundaries of the central business district redevelopment plan area and sub-areas 2 and 3 of the Sierra Vista redevelopment plan application of City of Baldwin Park. Staff recommends the council conduct a public hearing and the following the public hearing. Amy.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor Pro Tem, council members, members of the audience. As the Mayor Pro Tem said, before you is a request to amend the city's municipal code to eliminate subchapter 153.115, which is more affectionately known as Ordinance 1290. Ordinance 1290 was originally adopted in August of 2006, and at the time was intended to facilitate consideration of the revitalization of the city's downtown area. Since it was originally adopted in 2006, it was amended twice, once to allow for a specific office use, and then a second time in response to the 2008 recession. Pursuant to council direction earlier this year, staff conducted a community meeting on June 3rd to have discussion and receive input on Ordinance 1290. At the conclusion of the meeting, staff indicated they would look into 3 different options regarding the future of 1290 and bring back those findings to a second community meeting. Those options included 1, keeping 1290 as it is, 2, repealing 1290 in its entirety, and 3, review the applicability of 1290 in certain defined areas within the overall boundary. So we came back on August 4th, 2014, and staff presented a summary of the 3 options. However, at the conclusion of the presentation, those present felt that 1290, 1, had a bad stigma, 2, was no longer relevant, and 3, should be repealed. So we brought all of that information to the August 20th City Council meeting. Staff provided council a summary of the 2 community meetings, and based on the public input staff received, staff recommended the City Council direct us to move forward with the process to repeal 1290 and the associated amendments. So we went to the Planning Commission on October 22nd. The Planning Commission held a public hearing on the item, and at the conclusion of the public hearing, the Planning Commission voted 5-0 to recommend the City Council approve the negative declaration of environmental impact and approve the amendment of eliminating subchapter 153.115 from the city's municipal code. So at this time, staff and the Planning Commission recommend the City Council, 1, open the public hearing, and following the public hearing, number 1, adopt Resolution 2014-41 entitled A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Baldwin Park approving and adopting the negative declaration of environmental impact for an amendment to the city's municipal code eliminating Section 153.115 relating to the downtown overlay. The location is all properties within the boundaries of the Central Business District Redevelopment Plan Area, sub-areas 2 and 3 of the Sierra Vista Redevelopment Plan Area. The applicant is the City of Baldwin Park. The case number is AZC 177. The second action would be to introduce for first reading by title only and waive further reading Ordinance 1366 entitled An Ordinance of the City Council of the City of Baldwin Park eliminating subsection 153.115 in the city's municipal code relating to the downtown overlay. And this concludes staff's presentation.
All right, thank you, Amy. First, for a public hearing, I'd like to have all those opposed, please step forward and make any comments. Is anybody opposed to this item?
I'd like to see if anyone can give me some clarification of what she just said, because I think all of us, I'm sorry, I'm not to disrespect you, it's just all these codes and numbers and stuff. Any other homeowners like to come up with me and?
Okay, if you have some questions, I'm gonna have Amy kind of summarize
The
it.
question is I don't even know if I lie in the zoning area because my house looks like it's split in the middle. We got the letter, but it doesn't show like no addresses, no physical addresses. I try to call into the city to give you a number to call into the city, and it says because you guys are cutting down, you guys don't have enough staff to even call us back. So I've been trying to call for the past 3 weeks, and no one's called me back. Another homeowner in the back over there, he only speaks Spanish. He said that he's been trying to call also since he got the letter, and no one has called him back also.
Okay, so your question is your home on this?
No. Well, what I'm saying is this thing being approved, and does that mean do we have to leave our homes? That's what
No.
Absolutely
No.
Okay.
This has no. Let me.
That's the question.
No.
And
Your
like I
question.
said-
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Yeah.
You think that if we approve this, you have to get out of your house?
Yeah, because it's
Okay. No.
Okay.
No. That project, all that stuff. No.
Okay.
We don't even have redevelopment. You cannot get out of your home. You can't get kicked out. You stay in your house.
Okay.
All right. Does that answer your question? You are not going anywhere. You want to stay there?
And everyone down my whole block, that's what everyone's
Okay.
thinking is that
No, this has nothing to do with that. So, Amy, can you? Okay. I'm gonna have Amy explain that for you.
What this is, we sent out public hearing notices to all affected property owners within the plan area. It was a lot. And this included not only commercial uses, but also obviously residential uses here. However, what we're doing here is we're taking what's called an overlay. Like you have your zoning on your house. Let's say it's R1. Then you have an overlay on top of it. We're proposing to take that overlay and put it away. Throw it away.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not going to impact you or any other residential property owner. You will not have to move. The city isn't going to come and take your property or anything like that.
Okay.
Excuse me.
That answered a lot of questions because I can
Okay,
call
so-
to the guy and let him know.
Can somebody please translate for the gentleman that's in the back?
Okay.
that doesn't speak English?
Maria, do you want to translate?
Maria, you want me to explain to him?
Okay, I'll have Susan translate that.
Nada más vamos a explicar en español a qué se refiere esa ordenancia. Lo que pasa que tenemos negocios que no pueden usar esos negocios en ciertos
Arias?
en ciertos usos, y eso nada más les afecta a los negocios. No quiere decir que ustedes van a tener que vender o moverse de su propiedad. Nada más les afecta a los negocios, no a casas personales. Okay.
Y por eso mismo estamos eliminando esa ordenanza, porque queremos empezar de nuevo.
Les quiero asegurar que no le estamos pidiendo que se vayan de tu casa o alguien lo va a comprar. Todo eso no es cierto. Se van a quedar en su casa. Si alguien te dice algo diferente, no lo crees. Ven aquí a la ciudad. No dejes que una persona viene y dice que quiero comprar tu casa porque te tienes que morir por ese papel. No es cierto. Tú tienes tu casa, te vas a quedar ahí, no hay problema. Ven aquí si tienes alguna pregunta más o si quieres venir a hablar y si tienes más preguntas, pero yo tengo que darle seguridad. Si esto pasa, no vamos a hacer nada con su casa. Okay. Anybody else opposed? Sir, are you opposed or against? Or just want information?
Yo tengo una pregunta.
Sí.
Tengo un duplex que está localizado por el Sterling Way, entre el Car Wash y el State Farm. Mi entendimiento es que es una propiedad, es un área comercial. ¿Me va a afectar en algo?
De preguntarle, okay, Amy, he has a property, está aquí cerca del car, aquí en Sterling Way. Okay, he's near Dr. Cárcamo. He's in between Dr. Cárcamo and the car wash. How does this impact him? I guess tú eres dueño de donde rentas de AAA, ¿no? O a State Farm, ¿no?
State Farm.
Es el casa que es de State Farm, una oficina. Okay.
State Farm and the Car Wash.
His house is on Sterling Way, and it's near the,
As I mentioned before, he would be able to stay. Any residential property owner will be able to stay. This ordinance has absolutely no impact on residential properties.
Okay, no hay ningún impacto en su propiedad. Gracias. Okay. ¿Alguien más tiene una pregunta? Are you opposed, sir, or in favor of? Thomas.
No, this is more of a general thing either way. That maybe in the future when there's a project, they just...
Okay, sir, you got to have...
They list all the addresses.
Thomas, you got to have either you're for or against. That's how we're... on the public hearing, it's for or against.
Oh, wow. Well, it's...
For?
I don't know, because it's just for future projects, just to list the addresses affected. That's all I wanted to say about that. To cut down on any confusion, not just this kind of project, but other things too, road work and things of that type. So the people there know from this address to that address that is affected by things. I don't know whether it's for or against.
Okay.
It doesn't apply in this thing, a little more settled now.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, I just thought it would cut down on confusion in the future when they put out something that said from this address to that address or streets or whatever, so they don't have...
Okay, I'll make sure.
They have to call and then nobody calls them back.
I'll make sure I address that with Amy.
The only sure way when you want to find out something is just to go to the city hall in person. The phone and the email.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anybody else opposed? Okay, those in favor of?
Close the motion.
I'm sorry? We don't have a motion. We're doing in those opposed, the public hearing. No, we're doing a public hearing and we're doing all those in favor. Yes, we're done with those in opposition. Mr. Tuttle.
I'm ready?
Ready.
Okay. I'm Greg Tuttle, and I do approve. And Monica, your statement about 1290 is why your nickname is Clueless. Now, let me tell all the people that are here what 1290 did. It destroyed Superior grocery stores that bought the property over there forehand to put their grocery store in to not come in. You remember that, Monica? You guys fought it, but you took big donations for your campaigns when they came in after the citizens of the CARE group came after you guys. Now then, that parking lot over there was a ghost town. There wasn't one business. It was all dying because we didn't have an anchor store. Because the brainless people that thought 1290 was going to do great and bring in all these great big stores and all these fancy stores, that isn't going to happen. And it needed an anchor store. And they brought in Superior, like we said would happen, real business people that work for a living, understood what you needed there. That came in, and that parking lot is full now, Monica. You ain't got nothing to say, but I'm sorry that I was that stupid.
Thank you, Mr. Tuttle. Next. Anybody else in favor of?
I'm just so happy. You know, we'd all love to have a little college town with those little boutiques and candy stores and flower shops and stuff. But my collar is blue. So are most of everybody here. We're a blue-collar town. We need blue-collar businesses. We don't need little boutiques and stuff, not yet. We've still got a ways to go. But I'm a businessman. I've been a businessman here since '67. I've been doing okay. I work real hard. When a business moves into town and they have a chance to make it, you shouldn't have to say, well, are you an auto repair? Oh, or are you a boutique? It's so tough in business. I mean, it's really tough. I don't know how many of you people are in business, but it's tough. And when someone can actually start a business and make it work, that's what we're all about. And that's all we want, is to have those businesses. So we don't like the dirty, you know, the auto repair and stuff, but it's a business. It's bringing revenue into our community. And it's what we need for now. Down the road, I'm sure we'll change, but for now, we need all the help we can get, and this 1290 elimination will help us do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Woods. Anybody else in favor? Nobody? Okay. Council members have any responses? Okay, then.
Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to respond.
Okay, Councilwoman Monica Garcia, you may respond.
Thank you. You know, you may call me clueless, but some people would say that that's a vision. It's a vision for our city. And I understand, Mr. Woods. I hear what you're saying. I understand that there are existing businesses like, what is your name? Greg Tuttle's. What is it? A oil business, or you change oil? I think you change oil, and it's essentially considered a dirty use. And what we wanted to do in our downtown area was encourage a different type of use. Mr. Woods, your type of business is highly encouraged. You know, it provides a service to the community, and so do the other businesses. But it was really a matter of having a vision for our downtown and encouraging uses that would serve not just you as a business person, but also the larger community. And you would agree that in the years leading up to the approval of 1290, our downtown area was starving. You know, you had businesses leaving, and that was even before 1290 was approved. And you did have the recession, which did affect us, like it did everybody else. But again, I just want to really emphasize that in your opinion, you know, I'm clueless, but in other opinions, you know, they would applaud me for having the vision. And I know that Councilmember Pacheco was here on the council when that vision was brought forth, not only to the Planning Commission, but to the City Council. And it was one that I think we believed in and that we bought into. And you're right, Mr. Woods, I would like to see that in the future, moving forward. And again, it's really to serve our community, to provide diversity in our downtown area, you know, some good synergies so that you don't have dead spots. And you have a good commercial, you know, area that's thriving. So anyway, enough said. Thank you.
Okay, any other council comments? Okay, so I'd like to make a motion to move approval of item 9.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any objections to item 9? Okay, hearing none. There's a motion and a second, no objections, so item 9 passes. Hold on, but I think I need to read. Do I need to read this? Where's this? Okay, so item 9 is a request for consideration of a proposed amendment to the city's municipal code, eliminating subchapter 153.115 from the city's municipal code, which sets forth use regulations contained in table 153.115.0.030 and applies to properties that have underlying zoning declarations, IC industrial commercial, C1 neighborhood commercial, and C2 general commercial. Location, all properties within the boundaries of the Central Business District redevelopment plan area and sub-areas 2 and 3 of the Sierra Vista redevelopment plan area. Applicant, City of Baldwin Park, case number AZC-177. So we do staff recommendations. So motion is to approve and adopt Resolution 2014-041 entitled A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Baldwin Park approving and adopting the negative declaration of environmental impact for an amendment of the city's municipal code eliminating section 153.115 relating to the downtown overlay, locations, all properties within the boundaries of the Central Business District redevelopment plan area, sub-areas 2 and 3 of the Sierra Vista redevelopment plan area. Applicant, City of Baldwin Park, case number AZC-177, and introduced for first reading by title only and waive further reading. Ordinance 1366 entitled An Ordinance of the City Council of the City of Baldwin Park eliminating subchapter 153.115 in the Baldwin Park Municipal Code relating to the downtown overlay. So that was a motion that I made and seconded by Cruz Baca.
That's all right. Susan said it first.
Oh, Susan seconded? Okay, Susan seconded that, City Clerk. And there was no objection, so motion passes.
Mayor Pro Tem, just real quick, because I know it's getting late. I just want to thank Amy Harbin, who has worked really hard for so many years and listened to so many comments. I'll call them comments. And also to Mark Castagnola, that also has been there for a long time. It's been a long haul. And all the new staff as well that has been a part of this. I just want to thank them very much. It's been a lot of work.
Real quickly, I would also like to make some comments, if I may. I just want to say to the business owners, I know that business is tough, and I know that there was times that some of you wanted to, call it quits, and you hung in there. So thank you for pushing us hard and coming every single day to express your concerns. And I think all of us up here eventually, have come to a good resolution. And I hope that this is in the past and we can all work together in the future. So thank you for being in Baldwin Park. We appreciate your business. Thank you.
Also want to thank the business owners. I know a lot of you had a lot of issues with 1290. It stuck around for a very long time. It was very difficult to get a council that would agree that it was not helpful to you, the experts out there that know about businesses and how businesses operate and what it takes for that. So we're open to hearing your concerns and making sure that we work together cohesively to make changes with you. And I'm here, anytime in my office to hear your concerns and changes. We want to move forward with all of you. We want to put everything behind us and look forward and see what we can do. We're doing a lot of investment in our downtown area. We want to work with you to make sure that we continue that through the street fairs that we had and a lot of new businesses that we're bringing here to Baldwin Park. I know it takes a long process. It's like building blocks. You do it little by little, but I think we're going to get there, and we'll see Baldwin Park change in a positive way. And you're right, 1290 was an ordinance that blocked Superior from coming here for many years, for almost 4 or 5 years. And they were here every meeting, trying to get meetings with council members at that time that wouldn't want to hear that was the ordinance that would impact them. But we finally got them in there, which then filled up that whole area that was in there empty. It was just vacant. Businesses were ready to leave because, it was a poor vision. But now you can't. The other day I was there and business owners were complaining there's not enough parking now. It's a big difference, huge difference, right? So it's good to see that things are moving forward in a good direction, and we're going to really make some changes, positive impacts here in Baldwin Park. So with that, we're going to move on to the open up the Baldwin Park Finance Authority, and I'd like to ask approval of a motion for consent calendar. I make a motion for Oh, okay, sorry. So I start from here, Tom? Roll call or no?
Opening up the meeting,
Okay.
just like you do the
Okay. Okay, so we're going to open up our Finance Authority meeting, and we're going to open up public communications for the Finance Authority.
We had to close the regular meeting.
I'm sorry. Let me back up here. I want to make a motion to close the City Council meeting.
Second.
Okay, second, any objections? Hearing none, the meeting is now closed. That was a motion by me, a second by Councilman Garcia. Okay, now we're going to open the Finance Authority meeting.